Character clash.
Forgetting Fists, Confrontation. Rock Lee versus Steel Serpent. In the left corner, with eyebrows sharper than his sense of honor and a discipline that would make a Swiss watch weep, we have Rock Lee, adult version, Boruto, the ninja who keeps kicking ass even when his chakra is on strike. In the right, oozing inner venom and with more of an inferiority complex than a soap opera villain, Steel Serpent, Marvel, Iron Fist's professional enemy and certified fan of misdirected revenge. Who would win between the muscular monk who runs with emotional weights and the kung fu master with serpentine energy in his veins? There's only one way to find out. Let's unfold this analysis as if we were Tony Stark writing haikus with Bruce Lee during a ninja apocalypse.
Ready?
Round 1.
Physical skills.
Rock Lee, even in his adulthood, remains an unstoppable force. His mastery of taijutsu allows him to perform extraordinary physical feats. Although he cannot use ninjutsu or genjutsu, he has honed his body to the utmost, opening the 8 inner gates to unleash devastating power. Once, in his youth, he opened 5 gates to confront Gaara, demonstrating his determination and superhuman strength.
Trivia.
Rock Lee is known for his incredible dedication to physical training even into his adult years. Interestingly, his training regimen inspired a YouTuber named Jimmy Zhang, who replicated Lee's workouts for 60 days. This training included handstands, 100 push-ups daily, jump rope, and weighted leg exercises, demonstrating the physical demands Rock Lee maintains as part of his ninja philosophy. Davos, known as Steel Serpent, is a master martial artist from Kunlun. His physical strength is impressive, and he has proven to be a formidable opponent for Iron Fist. His ability to channel chi grants him exceptional stamina and power. On one occasion, he temporarily stole the Iron Fist's power, demonstrating his ambition and ability to match the mightiest.
Trivia.
Steel Serpent, also known as Davos, possesses impressive physical endurance thanks to his training in Kunlun. Interestingly, his body has proven capable of withstanding extreme impacts, even in battles against Iron Fist, who uses the power of chi to unleash devastating blows. Davos once survived a confrontation where Iron Fist attempted to use his full strength, demonstrating the villain's physical toughness.
Round 2.
Combat skills.
Rock Lee is a taijutsu expert, possessing speed and precision that leaves his opponents breathless. His intensive training has allowed him to develop techniques such as the primary lotus and the hidden lotus, which require flawless execution. Although he is not known for his stealth, his speed allows him to surprise his enemies.
Trivia.
By adulthood, Rock Lee has perfected his use of taijutsu to the point where he is considered an absolute master. From a young age, he has demonstrated his ability to surpass prodigies like Sasuke Uchiha and face off against enemies like Gaara. In Boruto, Rock Lee is known to be able to open up to 7 of the 8 inner gates, an extremely dangerous technique that exponentially increases his strength and speed. This makes him one of the most powerful shinobi in hand-to-hand combat. Davos is a master strategist and combatant. His knowledge of the martial arts of Kunlun allows him to anticipate and counter his opponent's moves. Furthermore, his ability to channel chi gives him an advantage in combat, allowing him to deliver precise and devastating attacks. His calculating approach makes him a dangerous adversary, even in stealth situations.
Trivia.
Davos is a master martial artist with a fighting style that combines traditional techniques with strategic, lethal moves. An interesting anecdote is that in Marvel Team-Up number 63, Davos faced Iron Fist and Spider-Man simultaneously. Although outnumbered, he managed to put both heroes on the ropes by using his ability to drain Iron Fist's chi, significantly weakening him.
Round 3.
Survival skills.
Rock Lee has demonstrated unwavering resilience and determination. After suffering severe injuries in his youth, he bounced back and returned to training with even greater fervor. His ability to adapt and overcome obstacles makes him a natural survivor.
Trivia.
Rock Lee's philosophy has always been that of the genius of effort. In extreme situations, such as when he was on the verge of losing his ability to be a ninja after his fight against Gaara in Naruto, he demonstrated extraordinary resilience. His recovery was made possible thanks to Tsunade's medical intervention, but what stood out most was his determination to return to training and overcome his physical limitations. Davos has survived multiple confrontations with Iron Fist and other powerful foes. His training in Kunlun and his ability to channel chi give him remarkable physical and mental resilience. His determination and lust for power drive him to overcome any challenge.
Trivia.
Steel Serpent's survivability is tied to his determination and training in Kunlun. A notable example occurred when he was exiled from the mystical city after failing to obtain the power of the Iron Fist. Despite this, Davos survived on his own in the outside world, honing his skills and seeking revenge against Danny Rand.
Round 4.
Unprepared.
In a spontaneous confrontation, Rock Lee's speed and aggression could take Davos by surprise. His ability to open the inner gates allows him to access explosive power at critical moments. However, his lack of planning could work against him if the fight drags on.
Trivia.
Rock Lee has proven that even without prior training, he can quickly adapt to combat thanks to his exceptional speed and reflexes. An iconic example was his confrontation with Sasuke Uchiha in the early episodes of Naruto, where he managed to overcome the Sharingan simply by relying on his speed and technique. Davos, though always mentally prepared, could find himself at a disadvantage in a confrontation without prior planning. However, his experience and ability to adapt quickly would allow him to stand his ground and look for opportunities to counterattack.
Trivia.
When faced unprepared, Davos relies on his instincts and experience to quickly adapt to combat. On one occasion, he was ambushed by Iron Fist, but managed to turn the situation around using improvised moves and his ability to read his opponent's fighting patterns. This proves that even without prior planning, Davos is still a formidable adversary.
Round 5.
With preparation.
With time to prepare, Rock Lee could plan a strategy that maximized his strengths and minimized his weaknesses. His discipline and dedication to training would allow him to hone his techniques and find creative ways to confront Davos.
Trivia.
When Rock Lee has time to prepare, he can utilize advanced techniques such as the primary lotus or open multiple inner gates. This makes him a virtually invincible opponent in taijutsu. In the Chunin exam, he demonstrated how the combination of strategic preparation and extreme training allowed him to face much more technically powerful foes such as Gaara. With preparation, Davos becomes an even more formidable adversary. His deep knowledge of martial arts and ability to channel chi would allow him to anticipate Rock Lee's moves and effectively counter them. His strategic and calculating approach would give him a slight advantage in a planned confrontation.
Trivia.
If Davos has time to prepare before a confrontation, he becomes even more dangerous. In a classic story, he spent weeks training intensely after an initial bout with Iron Fist left him weakened. Returning to combat with a refined strategy and greater control over his abilities, he nearly defeated Iron Fist using advanced techniques to drain his life energy.
Round 6.
General data.
Rock Lee as adult. Physical skills, 9. Combat skills, 9. Survival skills, 9. Unprepared, 8. With preparation, 9. Total, 44. Steel Serpent. Physical skills, 9. Combat skills, 9. Survival skills, 8. Unprepared, 8. With preparation, 9. Total, 43.
Final round.
Decisive showdown.
The sun, burning like the eye of Sauron after 3 Red Bulls, hung heavy over the Pacific. Deep beneath its molten gaze lay Forgotten Isle, a volcanic jungle patch somewhere southeast of Guam. On the map, it looked harmless. In reality, it was ground zero for something different. Here, a cyber criminal syndicate called Black Silicon had ditched traditional crime. No drugs, no guns, just full-throttle energy manipulation. Think Chakra, but with quantum upgrades. Their leader, Victor Martel, was a cold-blooded genius with the soul of a calculator. His obsession? A strange energy surge pulsing from the ocean's floor. To explore it, he summoned a fighter from the edge of Marvel's shadows, Steel Serpent, a rogue martial artist enhanced by cosmic tech. Steel Serpent was built to crush bones, and maybe time itself. Steel Serpent had a bad rep even in the multiverse. Once trained in Kunlun, he was exiled for letting hate write his story. Now, wired up with Black Silicon tech, he could do more than punch holes in walls. He could fracture timelines. His mission? Tap into a mythical artifact recently unearthed by Martel's goons. It was called the Heart of the Moon, and it radiated with something ancient. Like if the Force had a cousin raised in a ninja temple. Meanwhile, in the Hidden Leaf Village, Rock Lee sensed it. Something was off. His chakra wasn't broken, it was hollow. His body moved like a blur from an anime opening, but his soul felt unplugged. Archaeologists had dug up the Heart of the Moon in a collapsed shrine deep under Mount Tanzaku. At first, it looked like a glowing pendant, but Lee saw more. It resonated, not like a weapon, like a warning. He began researching it between 1,000 push-ups and full-speed sprints. Turns out, this wasn't just an ancient relic. It was a dimensional beacon, and something on a remote island was trying to drain its power. Lee didn't wait for backup. He strapped the heart to his belt and took off toward the Pacific in a high-speed stealth boat that had "bad idea" written all over it. He landed on Forgotten Isle at night. The trees hissed like they were trying to warn him. High-tech drones buzzed overhead, and armed guards with glowing neural implants patrolled the paths. Lee slipped past them with grace only a true taijutsu master could manage. At the center of it all stood the lab, buzzing, humming, alive. Inside waited Steel Serpent, whose body pulsed with unnatural light. He'd been feeding off the heart's copied energy for days. And now he stood like a villain pulled straight out of a cosmic horror movie. "You're too late," the serpent growled. Lee cracked his knuckles. "I'm never late. I'm just early for your defeat." Rock Lee activated the third gate. In a blink, he was gone. A sonic boom cracked the air as he appeared behind Steel Serpent and struck with enough force to launch a Humvee into orbit. Serpent blocked with an arm sheathed in glowing kinetic armor. The collision shattered the concrete under them. Lee opened the fifth gate, and time seemed to stutter. He blurred like a VHS tape in rewind. But Serpent wasn't just brute force. He countered with fists charged in ki, targeting chakra points with brutal accuracy. Lee was hurt, but he smiled, because he wasn't finished. Lee unleashed the Reverse Lotus. His body spun like a cyclone of pain, colliding with Steel Serpent mid-air. The lab's energy grid exploded. Portals opened mid-sky, glimpses of Wakanda, the astral plane, even a quick cameo from Mount Nyoboku. Universes were slipping like Jenga blocks in an earthquake. Steel Serpent activated his final form, Heavenly Chi Serpent, a phantom projection of his fighting spirit with 1,000 fists. It looked like if Doctor Strange had a bad acid trip and picked a fight with a Gundam. Lee responded the only way he knew how. He opened the sixth gate. The world slowed. Rock Lee moved faster than thought, faster than narrative rules should allow. He channeled the heart of the moon into one final strike, a downward kick from the heavens, infused with everything he had left. The impact was biblical. The heart pulsed, releasing a wave that shattered the serpent's armor and short-circuited the portal matrix. Reality stitched itself back together. Steel Serpent fell, his body fried, his mind silenced. Lee stood, barely conscious, held up only by pride and insane leg strength. Lee awoke 3 days later in a fishing village in Guam. Locals said they found him washed up on the shore, holding a cracked pendant and mumbling something about push-ups and timelines. The heart of the moon no longer glowed, but the chakra distortion was gone. Black silicon collapsed, Martel vanished, and Steel Serpent swept away by dimensional currents, like a deleted file with a warning. Do not recover. Rock Lee won, barely. Like a pixel of health left in a fighting game, barely. But hey, in the end, when hard work meets cosmic chaos, even steel has to bend. And as they say in Konoha, never underestimate a guy doing sit-ups on top of a volcano, wearing ankle weights.
Do you agree with the result? And if not, tell me why. I hope I at least entertained you. I'll tell you a secret, give it a like and subscribe, it's free. If you like this video, please subscribe, like and share.